Hello friends, now imagine this scenario. You call two people on the stage, you ask them to close their eyes or you blindfold them and then you tell them that you're going to tap them on their shoulder, on their arm, on their head. They're going to feel a touch or a tap, and whenever they do, they are supposed to raise their hand. Now you go to one of the persons, you tap their shoulder. Obviously that person will raise their hand, but surprisingly, the other person at the same time, the other person will also raise their hand. You tap this person's forearm, this person raises the hand, exact same time the other person also raises the hand. You tap the head, this person raises the hand, the other person that you are nowhere close to also raises their hand at the exact same time. So this is what Spectro Touch by Joao Miranda allows you to do. Now do excuse me for the very old condition of this package because this box has traveled with me for a long time. I had purchased this in the year 2021 and I have been extensively performing this in all my acts. So this is one of the favorite things that I do, is one of the signature ending of my show that I use, and I have been using since the year 2021, since the day I found it, and this has been in my set. Spectro Touch by Joao Miranda, which allows you to do real-time PK touch effects. Now, for beginners, let me just explain you what PK Touch is. PK Touch is an effect where you seemingly touch the other person, tap, or they feel a kind of a sense of a touch without you even touching them. I learned PK Touch the very first time from a book. I actually do not remember the name, but it was by Banachek, and over there he mentioned an effect of doing a PK touch routine without any gimmicks. It was just the choreography of movements where you seemingly touch the other person without even touching them. They will close their eyes, they will feel taps and touches on their shoulder, on their back, but you are nowhere close to them. Then after that, I modified the presentation a bit by learning Peter Turner's The Midas Touch. That was a kind of an upgrade to the existing Banachek's PK Touch. So there were a lot of subtleties and a lot of convincers in the Midas Touch. And after that, I found this one, the Spectro Touch. And my show, the PK Touch that I do on my show, is a combination of all those three. So it's an entire presentation that I use. Now there is also a PK Touch which involves a certain gimmick where you seemingly brush their hand or their nose without you even touching them. For example, you call someone on the two people on the stage and you brush their nose and the other person feels it. So that is something else, but this is an upgrade to the existing PK Touch effects that has been in the market, that people have been using and still do. And for my case, this has been an upgrade to the entire presentation. I use all the three effects, the Banachek's method, the Peter Turner's method, and after that I close it with this. So now you know what Spectro Touch does. Let's see what do you get inside the box. Now the very first thing that you get is a card where there is a link to the explanation of how to use the gimmicks. Then you get this box. Okay, inside this box there are three things. One is the remote, which is used to activate the gimmick. The second is the actual gimmick, and the third is the charger that is used to charge both the gimmick and the remote. So these are the three things, only three things that you need to perform this powerful effect. Now there are some additional accessories you can purchase to make your performance a slightly more easier. So there is a switch that you can purchase which eliminates the use of an assistant in this performance. Although although I use this without an assistant, without the switch. So that is a kind of a modification that I have done, which I'll discuss in the additional ideas section. But just to let you know, you also get an additional switch you can put in a certain body part where it won't be visible, but you can activate the switch, activate the gimmick without people seeing that it has been activated. So yeah, so you can purchase that and it is there on their website. Now, since I mentioned I have been using this since a long time, what has been my experience? I have done it in a lot of shows, in a lot of shows, and till date, I could say that this has never failed. The reactions that I got from this performance, because I have choreographed it in a kind of a scary, haunted kind of a routine, where the gasps that I get when I perform this is quite amazing to see and amazing to experience. When I do the very first touch with this, with the Spectro Touch, the gasp that I hear from the audience, it's quite satisfying, and the amazement that they feel when they see when I tap this person at the same time when I'm nowhere near that person feels a tap. That amazement I see in their eyes is quite satisfying. So yeah, so my experience has been really very good. I have been performing this for stage performances. I have done this for kind of a casual setting of performances where in a party I call two people and I start performing over there. The same effect building up from the Manachik's presentation to Midas touch, and then to the gimmick that I have mentioned where you brush their nose or their arm, and I close it with this, which is a perfect conclusion, perfect end to your PK touch routine. Now, ease of use, how easy or how difficult this is to use. There is a slight thing that you have to do, and you have to be comfortable doing that, because you need to attach something to the other person and you have to retrieve it once it is done. But the choreography is really very easy, and the justifications are very movements are completely justified. It is explained in the tutorial, and how you would practice is you'd call someone that you trust, maybe a magician friend, or maybe your partner, or maybe a friend that you can trust, so that you can practice, because you have to practice it once, because this is kind of I wouldn't say advanced, but kind of a bold kind of a move. Although everything is justified, everything is covered by the person itself. And since I mentioned you can blindfold the person, and the blindfold acts as a perfect cover and an excuse of you placing something on the person's body, and retrieving the blindfold justifies the action of you retrieving the gimmick from the person. But if you are comfortable doing that, then you can easily and trust me, because I am not that of a bold performer, but I have practiced it once or twice with my wife, and after that I have immediately performed this on my shows, and never, not a single time, anyone has doubted that I have planted something on them or taken something from them. So yeah, so it is, everything is completely justified and looks very natural. And the reward for this is, the reward for your practice, reward for your taking the bold step, is the reactions that you would get from this very powerful routine. And let me tell you, if I could do it, I'm sure that you are a much more better performer and a bold performer. And I'm sure if I could do it, you could do it as well. It's very simple. And of course, on the stage, their eyes are closed. They won't see anything. Not this person, not this person, because the routine is created in such a way that they won't see what happened. They will just feel what just happened. And after the show, obviously they can go to the people and they can say what happened. Or even on the stage, you can tell them that I never touched you, I was just touching this person. You can ask the people over here. So that's how you can make them experience that as well. So ease of use, it's intermediate. It's not very easy, not for beginners, and also it's not very difficult, so difficult that you will need a lot of practice to do. So no, you just need a slight level of practice, and once you are comfortable doing it's just about getting comfortable in the movements. And once you're comfortable, right now I'm very comfortable, I can even do this without even practicing because I have done it so many times. I don't need to practice this at all. So it's quite easy on the intermediate side. Now, who is this for? This is an act, kind of a pseudo hypnosis kind of an act. So mentalists who want to add a PK touch routine, which is kind of hands-free, and where you don't even go near the person or touch the person, and the gimmick does everything for you. So if you want something like this in your show, so go for it. This is quite on the, and the pricing is quite on the reasonable side. So if this looks suitable for you, go ahead. And like I said, this has been with me since a long time. So regarding the battery and all, I'll talk about it, but regarding the battery and everything, this has lasted a long time, and this is going to last even more longer. And for magicians who usually do PK touch in their shows, yeah, you can try this as well. And yeah, so this will be a good addition to your existing PK touch routine. The battery, like I said, it has lasted for 2021 to 2000. So it's 4 years running. It's 4 years, almost past 4 years, and it's still doing good. Like I always say, since this is an electronic item with a battery inside, you have to maintain the battery and don't let it die. As for that, you need to keep on charging the device from time to time. Both the devices, the remote and the actual unit, you need to keep on charging it from time to time, even if you do not have a show, so that the battery, the juice in the battery is maintained. If you continuously let the battery die out, so that will be a problem. So keep your device charged from time to time, and when you have a show, you can just charge it for a few minutes, and that will last you for a long time. Battery backup is really good because when you use the switch that I had mentioned, the switch which lets you do it hands-free or assistant-free, if you use that switch is in a position that you won't be able to switch it on at that moment while you're performing, because that will be a very uncomfortable scene. Because it's on your leg. Let me tell you, it's on your leg, so you won't look good like switching the device on your leg. So you have to keep the remote on throughout your performance, and I have done it, and it has lasted me throughout the show, and so the battery backup is really good. And of course, the unit itself, you switch it on at the time of the performance, so you don't have to worry about having a very long battery backup or something like that, but still it does have very good battery in it. Now, the additional tips and handlings. See, like I said, the only handling you can do is you plant that on the person's body, so that the device does all the work, and you do not have to be near the person when you're doing the entire action of touching the other person. And the remote, you can hand it to your assistant. The range is really, really good since it also has an antenna on top of it, which captures the device really. It connects the device through Bluetooth really well. Now, my suggestion would be to have your assistant towards the side of the person that has the gimmick on his body, so that there is no issue with the device connecting with the remote. And then the second thing is, if you do not have an assistant, you can have the switch that I had mentioned, which is an additional purchase that you need to do. It's quite reasonable. You can purchase it so that you'll have that switch and the remote on your leg side, and you can operate it from there, easily operate it from there. Now, I have figured out a method where I do not use the switch. I use the remote, but I activate it by placing it similar to how I am placing the unit on the person. I'm placing it on a different part of my body where I can easily reach while I am performing, and I activate it when I am doing the actual choreography of touching the person, in the cover of touching the person. So yeah, I'm sure you'll figure that out as well. So you can place that remote in a place where you can easily reach, and it's just a press of a button. There is just a single button on the remote, which once pressed will do one touch, and if you press again it will do another touch, and just like that, just the press of a button. So single button, so you can place it at a place where you can easily reach and activate it when you do the touch. So yeah, and how you do that is, like I said, exactly like you place the gimmick on the person's body, you use the same material to place it on your body so that it is easily attached and it doesn't move or go anywhere. Now, since the idea is a person feels a touch without you touching them, you can customize your routine accordingly. You can brainstorm a lot of ideas. One of the ideas is kind of a voodoo style performance, where you take a voodoo doll and you tap them on specific parts, and the other person feels it as well. I specifically used to do a kind of a lift style routine where whenever I raise my hands, the other person also raises their hands, so that can be done without you having a table or a cover. We can do it standing. So that is one of the ideas, and there are a lot of ideas that you can use by using this specific gimmick. So basically the idea is a person feels a touch without you touching that person. So yeah, so you can brainstorm, you can use your creativity and create a lot of wonderful routines using this particular gimmick. So I hope I am being clear without giving out anything. So basically this is a kind of a very powerful effect of PK Touch, and a reliable one. I must say it's a very reliable effect. And yeah, so my final thoughts would be, if you want this to be in your show, a tried and tested product, like I said, I have been using since a long time. So tried and tested product, if you want this in your performance or in your show, you can get it. You can get it from here, that the website is right over here, and I'm sure you would not regret it. And since this is an electronic item, if you face any kind of problem, their customer service is really good. You can reach out to Joao Miranda or their team, and they will take care of every single thing, every single details. So yeah, go get this Spectro Touch by Joao Miranda, a wonderful PK touch effect where you can do real time PK touches and blow the audience's minds away. So if you like this video, or if this video helped you in any way, just give this a thumbs up, give this a like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, click on the subscribe button and the bell button beside it so that you do not miss any updates from my channel. And do subscribe, because your subscription is my motivation to put up more amazing reviews like this. And yeah, do let me know in the comment section what you like to see in my next videos. And yeah, so that was it for today. I'll see you again in next. Bye bye.